Listen, you know. This had some differentness in the dog. Me say DJ Green, attention, and a man called trust. This here some field literature in the dog. It's not easy, the culture man not easy. You want me to say? Yo, dog. You know, when I sit here and me a reason, you know, me I smoke my sense like Burnout never said. And something just occurred to me. How leave a dopey in the West, you know? The devil must have been a Culchie.
It don't seem real. I ain't gonna never breathe again, ever. How he's dead. And the other one too. All on account of pulling a trigger.
It's a hell of a thing, killing a man. Take away all he's got, and all he's ever gonna.
Fuck thoughts, I'm busting in with buckshot, calling every motherfucker in the coastline, sculling every uppy upper with my gun cocked. You're not running blocks, but will you just stop? You better pull up your socks, you won't pull up with blocks, you ain't full up with stock. You never heard or seen shots, yet every word in your verse is about your thirst for the burst, serving cocaine and sherm and all the worms on your terms. While on the dirtiest spurs, always let your finger their purse. Could be at home with the kids, but left her holding her purse. You're more stoned than a young woman, not the hands to the courage. You would lead a demon summon just to damage the church and punish all the scumbags you worship on earth. But semen seeped into a crevice and it led to my birth. Not for a biblical reason, I'm just lucky I got the person. If winter is the season, then I will let the fire burn. I will skin all of you weasels, that's the attire I have earned. My desires I have yearned, since a sire I have learned. There's a curse amongst the ferns, yet there's silence in the dirt. I am first to pull a sword in the violence that I flirt, and murder all the hordes of those I deem deserve. I know where this road goes, and I know I seem berserk. If the river flows red, it's cause the infidels are dead. Infants killed asleep in bed while the cowards sleep beneath the deaths. In my dreams I saw the quest, and these demons have fought the best. Botched many empty threats, lost many shots to the chest. Stop fast was fun with the shit, cause I'm a motherless skit. I'm fucked up from my lungs to the front of my dick. I get a punch and a kick from all these guns and these clips. Why don't I run up on you quick and bum your bitch? So run you kid before you get hung from a bridge. I'll smoke you down to your foot till you're just dust in the wind. Cause I'm militant.
Just infatuated with guns. Rap of a villain, a weapon concealing.
Cause I'm militant.
We keep on coming while we running for your juice. Steady gunning, keep on busting at the boot.
Cause I'm militant.
Shut your young ass up, see you in peace. Grab your block, grab your block, grab your block.
Cause I'm militant.
Back down. The harsh realities of life is taking toll.
Cause I'm militant.
I don't trust the soul.
Y'all are thirsty like a dehydrated redhead. I see some of these rappers lying on these sheets like a mad bed. These leaders be denying the weed, they want you in the grave dead. They're in our nightmares like they played Fred, thinking it's quite fair, they never gave bread. I ball like Mr. White's hair, move like a plague spread. Give me love like you were played Ed. Live by the rules, presume they'll enslave dread. We're all just John Doors, led down the wrong road to a shaved head. Taught that all other religions should be hated. We were all given this hatred. We got strong foes and they demonstrated. Hold on, let me do an Izzy Gibbs. Rape to be inseminated in the face of defeat. We are regenerated, sowed those seeds, not before I germinated. I hear them lies like B.D.'s fibs. Tell me why they condemn the sacred. See, I was about peace, but it's time for the opposite. I awaken the beast, no longer an optimist. Here's how the plot will twist. I'll plant seeds like a botanist. I've been trying to stay afloat like rotten fish. For how did I sing so low like forgotten shit? Trying to adapt to knowledge quick. For years I've been an apologist. Now a college kid, that's something I was avoiding. My life I wanted to abolish it, so I started working with pipes. Toxicologist, it's darkness, my heart be followed me. Digging up my past like a fucking archaeologist. I go out the same way that Collins did, and not bow down to these colonists. I'd rather eat glass and swallow it. I've an obsession with the night, maybe I'm an astrologist. Thing is I'm intelligent, come in the gift I drown. A fiend's flow makes elephants jump, but never once did I say it's my crown.
Cause I'm militant.
Sacrifice your life to a higher force. Charles Manson in the flash, and he lies you worth.
Cause I'm militant.
Hey yo, you better flee, hops. The wild style always been a foul child.
Cause I'm militant.
My guns go boom boom and your guns go pow pow.
I'm a communist with the bomb.
Cause I'm militant.
I keep the shiny smoking, fuck
ugly son of a bitch. You just shot an unarmed man.
He should have harmed himself. He's gonna decorate his swoon with my friend.
Killed women and children.
That's right. I killed women and children. Killed just about everything that walks or crawls at one time or another. And I'm here to kill you, Little Bill.
I've been trying to write a masterpiece. All I can think of is push through this storm of disaster peaks. You came back after weeks, but you took a part of me. It's okay, you made me reborn, fueling the artistry. Now you hear a bastard speak of how his heart is free. Glass shards close to arteries. Scrap cars, the road don't seem so hard to see. Other books just read the script. That's most of these artists. Fuck it, the fire is due. I'm the Irish Lou, strength beyond words as I start to dream. Admire it too when I barge in the scene, like where the fuck's the Irish crew? Soft like margarine, soften your cough if I target teams. You know how a virus do, and I'm too cold like I'm chilling in a freezer. Haunted by the blood spilling of Alinos. I swear this is pain filling your speakers. Been in the past, watch the devil take aim, killing our teachers. Villains and reapers, straight hate, like drains from their dead face. I think about this in bed late, head aches, they were fucking fed fate. Gone down before and after sundown, everything silent when the carbine comes round. Gone down before and after sundown, everything silent when the carbine comes round.
Such fear into guards that they turn into salami. And they sold 28 bars inside a 1 gram meat bag. These man got ganked by the barn farming straight down from the West Cali. Man is harmful with no chambers. He grew up without a daddy and he was born into money, yet he talks like he's from Lanny. Embarrassed by his real accent, Dan is leaving certain results. He's never seen a real gun. He's not a thieving little cunt, he's a devout little Christian. And he loves his wee mum, but he would rather take the piss shame and claim he deals drugs, and then gets caught for a nog, and then he squeals on his thugs. Your mammy bought you that tracksuit and you claim that you just need love. What sort of fucking mug sees Top Boy and then dreams of you're a country boy kid, yet you say that you're blood. Stupid fools, shooting tools, rootless men, clueless, yeah, scum for the pool, bosh for the crew, punks for the dumpster, fuck with you. Stupid fools, shooting tools, rootless men, clueless, yeah, scum for the pool, bosh for the crew, fucks for the dumpster, fuck with the Jews.
Boss in town. I was a small boy, but I was tall in respect. The outlaws the one who inspired me to fight. When I was like 4 or 5, he'd put me into a cage and he had a pet badger, right? He'd throw the badger in there and I'd be fighting the badger going, come on you scoundrel, I'll put you out. I'll fucking knock you out of your misery. Sa. Now, the badger couldn't punch, because badgers can't punch obviously, but they can fucking bite, and I was thinking, so the badger came towards me once and he was going,
balanced. Got 2 chips on my shoulders, about to spend another Christmas here, not being sober. Bent to my limits and these evenings are getting colder. I can't take the mental beating, that's why I'm such a weed smoker. Signed the deal with the devil, I'm a qualified cheese poacher. Got the city in overgrowth while you sleep in the clovers. Just quickly phone a bro, we keep it green like an ogre.
filthy homophobe. Sorry Charles, don't give me a boner. And this is proto-dope given to us by realistic stick of a donor. Puts the dome in scope, emerald chrome, wilder than a rover. Melting the ice caps with our lighters, elements of gemstoner. Belting the eyes out of my head so hot so cold. Call me bipolar, here's a lesson that don't shoot twice like the Joker. Embed the threats of this before you switch off your blower. Do you neglect the pay so you hide away like a maggot? If you can afford to smoke the J's, you should kick the damn habit. Classic addict, the class act attached to the tax bracket. You work all day and you're sad, you can't hack it. Man, I'm a pyromaniac. You think I won't burn the plastic that spans from your hands to your glands and all the words you be chatting? You think I'll serve you a platter of facts for you to be ratting? I ran your dirty girlfriend just like I did the last one. Virgin 10 years from 30, let me give birth to a gas one. I played you off from the start to become Earl of the Castle. Fuck off.
The head, heart through your chest. Put the diamonds on your grave, but double the spade. I'm not like the rest. Well, that's my strong suit. I got the whole fucking lot. Mind yourself, don't you find yourself in the way of my next shot? This is all metaphorical. Or do you really want to be testing me to see if it's all possible? They're all too robbable. Weak at the knees, this not a tease, this is a breeze. Don't want to leave, get stuck in the freezer. Several trembling when I am wrestling. Pitiful guessing of when I will get them. Their tentacles are when they get me vexed. Testicles drunk on them face to face. Pussy boys are afraid to speak their minds, but they're always on my nerves with their cookie cutter rhymes. Now, yeah, what you would do is perfect. Cause I'm not a lying bastard like another music journalist. Because I'm turning heads. Step to the jaw, I'm breaking necks. Jack, hammer, who's next? Step off the post, bloody head. Leave a bad taste, put salt in it. Get my way like it's my day. I do what I say, I'm gonna alter it. I light fires like funeral pyres. I'm Michael Myers, I slash the tires, kill the town criers. I'm so wired, I'm never tired, and it's like I never had shit. Fuck that, this is heads inside a plastic bag shit. Blue face, this is suffocation. Talking shit, that's a provocation. I broke the glass because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. You're digging this groove like an excavator. I know how to vex a hater. Smile and move like an escalator. The silence soothes when I rest in nature, but the violent moods come when I address the paper. Now grudges, we all keep a few. Take the leap, we need to dispute. We're all electricity like a sneeze from Pikachu. All of these a loop, continuity frees the juice. Your fees are proof, we're trapped in constant scrutiny. Flee the group, honesty is kept in the back. Modesty left to chat, a feeble, unfeasible evil. Lead the troops, a lion you see me, trying to be Houdini. Deceiving the noose, a seasoned recluse. Step outside and get in wars, receiving the bruise. Both people leaving in truth. I tried to gather seed, but Gary B, the evening blues. I think it's cold, man. How you're perceiving the youth. Don't give them drugs, don't give them snow, man. I don't know, man. What's up with your program? My odds are even to lose. How we defeating abuse? We are the people, no reason to move. Irish buckle retrieving the loot that a country be thieving. I hope you all don't believe in excuse, cause the frequency is deep in me along with the pain. I've been feeling it more recently, but I know how to vex a hater. Smile and move like an escalator. I know how to fucking vex a hater.
What's up, Spell?
And who are you to come before me? The west shall fall as the east fell, and all the tribes that stretch to the setting sun I see you fight with words. Let us hope your skill with weapons proves greater. Save your speeches. The victory here shall be swift.
They said the government are only there to defeat you. Hey, God is dead and we have killed him, that's words from Nietzsche. Let's take it back like the rising chap. I can get medieval like the rising track. All our lives as humans we've been surviving traps. Governments don't care, that's not a surprising fact. All they're doing is providing tax to ensure your lives are crap. History, I've been revising that and realizing I can see the lies in the cracks. Rich folks supply the straps as the poor try to adapt. Don't like me cause I speak the truth, there's kids dying. After this you're gonna need to bleach the boot. Bad thoughts will defeat a few, but I can't do it like Clinton and delete the proof. Hate is what they fleet the fleeting troops, and it's organised by a secret group out to eat the roots of Mother Earth. The elite stay discreet while the people are covered in their course. They made a deal with the devil and discovered worse. They're trying to put a price on our sisters and brothers' word.
I'm sorry Earth, we're gonna fall out. I'm sorry Earth, we're gonna fall out. And I'll burn you with the balls out. I'm sorry Earth, we're gonna fall out. I'm sorry Earth, we're gonna fall out. I'm sorry Earth, we're gonna fall out. I'm gonna burn you with the balls out. I sharpen my blade so I can shave out on cicadas. Each Mac with a card. Their days are numbered like our payments. Back to the strains of starvation. Forced back on the slave ship. I hung back on my fan. I gave hand to the masons. Took up arms, ordered the ban, and they wasted the patrons. No lucky charms. Torn in land, face to face with the sadists. Explosive charges, armored cars, and the fragrance of the rapists. Our homes they barge and you're lethargic. There's no room for escapists. So carcinogenic and arsonal so hard for the basis of keeping families in cages. These aliens are the racists. Hate for human behavior and its tamest of traces. A blazing wasteland, raise your children and spend all of your days in a matrix database, simulating sickness and cravings. Addicted to killing for thrills and spilling guts on the pavement, constricted as will, and the gift of amazement imprisoned in a bill. I don't wish for a makeshift baseball bat, shiver, pistol or missile to take my aim with. Yeah, I hate to be bitter, but this is the game you chose, kid. I'm sorry Earth, we're gonna fall out. I'm sorry Earth, we're gonna fall out. I'm sorry Earth, we're gonna fall out. And I'ma burn you with the balls out. I'm sorry Earth, we're gonna fall out. I'm sorry Earth, we're gonna fall out. I'm sorry Earth, we're gonna fall out. And I'ma burn you with the balls out. I'ma burn you with the balls out. I'm gonna burn you with the balls out.
So what shall it be? Do you join the unity, or do you die here?
Join.
Die!
Join.
Die! Oh, please, what sort of land might that be? You might be telling the
truth.
It doesn't matter, but I will let you go for now. My
patience
is almost at an end with you. Now will you join the unity or not?
Join.
Not! Of course.
Mutants are best equipped to deal with the world today.
From your first term on Earth, there's a code word attached to your birth cert, and then you learn your worth. Learn to work, assigned to a church, first a burrow worm into your nerves. The greedy mind of a pervert with a thirst for servitude. The seedy eye has been lurking, gazes atop the bleeding triangle and divides up all persons. Flames from the reaches of Zion. The violence keeps our time turning. Remain complacent with this matrix. Your silence buys you a journey, but there are faces in the shade. Some will find us out early. On a day-to-day basis, they live cities, broken towns, burning flames in the basin. While the next total world war's now churning, shamelessly painting a blatantly makeshift case for the earthlings. You're afraid of petrol money, man, we're just scratching the surface. These men, they practice disturbance, they have a passion to hurt us. You think that Manson was Menace, he don't make these men one bit nervous. From the cancer they're blasting and the acid they have been slapping into your sandwich, water and pasta. It's not crap that I'm chatting. Your body's been battered and broken and the insides have been blackened. Your thoughts are scattered and slowing your mind, they seek to attack it. You think that you bought the answer as you voted and no faction. You're just the product of vampires, suck you till you were passive. They're in the closet with desire to fuck us into a chasm. Deposit microchips into our wrists. We're numb from the bandwidth, cost fitted minutes for hire. We're too dumb to see the damage. These demonic thieves and liars are behind the scenes laughing. They don't appreciate climbers, so they neutralize the bandits. They try to deviate designers, and who's likely to brandish the ones who ride the blazing fire and lay waste at the lavish. Infect the palace with AIDS and maggots, inflict pain like a magnet. Cause I've had it, been through some decades and I'm maddened to tag it. We need some traction, take a stand against systematic rackets. Your mental shaved into fractions will never raise and click-clack it. You got the tempting venomous snake at the heels of the rabbit.
I'm about to blow steam like a busted radiator. I'm about to flow streams like the universe made me nature. I learned the basics to fly, I discussed it with an aviator. The risk may be greater, but I'm ready for the lift. I write easy equators. Abstract, I brush quick like a crazy painter. This music I adjusted, stuffed it like a musket. Time to send it overseas like a wavy freighter. Like a bullet from a Navy radar. Straight through your city, destructive, leaving daily craters. And a trail of disrupted homes like Israeli invaders. I bet millions of civilians see these reptilians as scaly dictators. My passion is strong like obsidian, I cut with alien razors. I'm not rustic, I'm electric. You can't escape this like I had 80 scalers. Trying to maneuver through the stormy seas. My spirit guide said do it safely, sailor. I should run in your house, put the gun in your mouth like I've something to settle. Hear the fear in your shaking voice. You made your choice years ago when you summoned the devil.
Well, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Damien Killahs.
And I'm the devil. Now kindly undo these straps.
If you're the devil, why not make the straps disappear?
That's much too vulgar display of power, Karis.
Where's Reagan?
In here with us.
Show me Reagan and I'll loosen one of the straps.
Can you help an old altar boy, Father?
Your mother's in here with us, Karis. Would you like to leave a message? I see that she gets it.
No, you goddamn piece of punk-ass shit! Do not mess with that friggin' kid! If you do, I'll rip off your goddamn head!
Look, I don't care what you say. If you ever touch him again, I will freaking kill you. I'm gonna pull out the goddamn shotgun and blow your damn head off. Do you understand? You little worthless piece of crap!
Scared to fail or prevail, visually impaired by this fairy tale. Men and women strip bare, where cash money is the fairy scale's place to fix stare. And what's sick versus cherry taste, system fixated, inflicting pain and mental pressure on its many slaves. This is what's depicted, implemented by the descendants of the wretched infested human present with dependence of debits. I'm not on some credible level, it's just my outlook's unblemished. You're being kept like you're destined to die from stress and depression. Repressing your very instincts, you find you in contact distressing. Don't you feel that eternal burden in your chest, or am I just blessed as cursed with this internal turmoil? Well before I heard lies are served time. I'm on my third life, several verses from a burst of nines. These words have turned up in my mind, ceased to curl up as a child and cry my eyes out till I learned I'm entitled to shine. But if you think every beat is needed to be deceiving my feelings, seriously when shit hits the fan, it's hands to the ceiling, leaning the evil and the sequel till the vampires defeat me. My clammy palms and hands are tired from all the patience of treating. I'm not in states of feeding off the rape and murder of the needy. We've been cheated, receiving nothing while treason in our thesis. A creed full up with reasons just to keep us on our knees. Pollutes our air, poisons our water, and murders our trees. Even confuses their daughters into thinking they're a piece of meat. I won't stop disturbing the peace of all the elites. They dead in a hearse in the street. These aren't persons you see with such a firm grip on the weak. The world has been murdered and needs for a tour to final scene. They hide out in the street, down on the mistreatment on screen. Violence week after week, the army, religion, and police. With such precision, every decision is a mission with no admission. They admit it, they're malignant. Every nation has their chips, and fuck the critics, stomach fishing, fuck the system. When I jump in with a bomb, I better be shot or fucked in prison. I'm this country's worst nightmare. Old run and don't give a fuck. I'm this country's worst nightmare. Old run and just don't give a fuck. I'm this country's worst nightmare. Old run and don't give a fuck. I'm this country's worst nightmare. Old run and just don't give a fuck.
Pay attention, this is what I tell him. I'm as deep as cave divers, thinking you can stop my hope, trying to rock my boat, but I'm a wave rider. I'm in the scope of phase snipers, confined like a crazed lifer, trying to cope with rhymes and brave ciphers. Wars are weapons, the world we're wrecking. Man, we were raised wiser. In the land of the great, drinking crates of cider, trying to escape the hate. They claim you have no worth like a fake fiver. I'll Though it hurts, it'll never break my stride, sir. They can't take your pride, sure. Sit in doubt, your heart, they wanna whip it out like a slave driver. Excuse me if I dub rivals, I was taught to watch my language like subtitles. I was confused in the drug cycle, bemused, now I refuse to give up, the love's vital. Cause I'm in deep like where the sharks thrive. No card tricks, I've got diamonds I keep in the archive. I stay driven but Ray Charles is at the wheel and the car slides. I ain't hoping for a chart rise. I see a lot of people broken from dark lies. I'm on the wave, see how my fucking arc glides. They burn me like Joan of Arc died. Well here's a jolly gesture, I probably pester, but don't sleep on attention and trust like polyester.
I'm this country's worst nightmare. Old bun and don't give a fuck. I'm this country's worst nightmare. Old bun and just don't give a fuck. I'm this country's worst nightmare. Old bun and don't give a fuck. I'm this country's worst nightmare. Old bun and just don't give a fuck.
Okay, we've got help on the way, ma'am. Okay. God, right outside the library door. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna go out there. Okay, I've got the kids on the floor. I got all the kids in the library. I can't believe he's not out of the woods. He just keeps shooting and shooting and shooting. Okay, yeah, we've got more. Yeah. Everyone's up. Okay, everyone stay on the floor. Stay on the floor.
Pussy clock when me a chat about Burnout boy. No say me not chat about no African giant. Me mean say the boy from Burnout, DJ Green. Baddest man they a Connemara. What you chat about? This is how nobody can fucking test in a dog. Don't even fucking try me. Are you mad? You want me to say no, right? This is the baddest hip hop mixtape where ever come out of the west of this pussy clock country. Try me, dog.
Let me give you a little inside information about God. God likes to watch. He's a prankster. Think about it. He gives man instinct. He gives you this extraordinary gift, and then what does he do? I swear, for his own amusement, his own private, cosmic gag reel, he sets the rules in opposition. It's the goof of all time. Look, but don't touch. Touch, but don't taste. Taste, don't swallow. And while you're jumping from one foot to the next, what is he doing? He's laughing his sick fucking ass off.
Smoking satanic cabbage that I purchased with toilet paper, in which the devil wipes his back passage while he shits in the attic. He sits in the midst of an addict. He takes a piss in the bath and then he fills it with plastic. He dribbles 6 in the sink and then gives birth to a bastard, the most vindictive of grips. It's worse than cervical cancer. Words as old as the earth slither with serpents and adders. At the turn of the century, be certain that he's your master. Illicit symbols, predictive imagery is Lucifer's laughter, and he's been loose with human truth since the numeral chapter. So foolish we are as a commune, tune up into groups and tatters. We presumably move as we do, cause life is the answer. Why do we drool over food that depletes our time even faster? Why is the general mood filled with doom and cynical banter? Our sick dependence on the boost of tobacco, caffeine and lager, harm for pharmaceuticals at the root of disaster.
I'm back in a rage. In fact, I left old friends back in a blaze. Now they acting betrayed, but their actions portrayed. Interactions were fake. It's fate that I walk this road, trying to escape as I talk this soul. Distractions were gave. I'm digging deep back in the cave, building this empire. Do we like the British and send fire? Or better yet, an axe in the face. Yeah, back to the Viking roots. Dan Breen's over here sipping on lightning juice. In the night, I'm a liking fighting Zeus. Most people in your life lie, I'm finding the proof.
I got an eye in my back that always captures what they're doing. In human actions, malpractice the factions and all of their movements. You can't grasp or fathom the fact that you are massively clueless, that you don't matter, and so what happens? You are passively useless. I'm just a rapper who's rootless, who batters grams till they're toothless. Forget the massive nuclear weapons, we got celebrity coolest, serenity nudists who beg for attention. There are many new pics. Why delve into your central mechanism when you can bench a dick? Flex all that wealth melted into yourself, you could pry with a pick. Is it a crime I don't click with all these vile types of kids? You wanna restyle our genre while you get pile drive, you bitch. Got up upon you, let me advise you before you get an itch. I'm no Kylo Ren, I'm the motherfucking Sith. Take my biro and my pen and my lightsaber to your clit. Savor the taste of slaying sirens till they cease to exist. Cause I'm a people teacher, cleaver wielding priest in the shit.
As I watch the sunlight shine through my window, I realize with knowledge comes sight to the mind. I'm traveling those inroads, trying to search and fight for the ones left behind before this planet implodes. Hands up if you've been low, then went to the church and had to pay for God's info. God doesn't want your money, it's the priest that's in chores. And when they hold back cures for diseases, it's a grim glow.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell, Paris, you faithless swine.
Seek the truth, but it's shocking with frightening thoughts. I speak with Zeus, my shit got him rocking, trapping lightning boards. You're looking into a general's eyes. I'm on a mission to free the Emerald Isle. I won't let her go, so I tighten the hold. There's a lot of fight in my soul, like a Viking of old. Got no time to be striking a pause. I've been broken before, but an open door isn't fighting the cold. I observe God's word and get to right in the code. Smoking green, igniting the wars. Hoping God doesn't lighten the Lord, cause it makes me stronger. Got me in Titan mode, feeling I can conquer.
I want you to pray to your God. I want you to pray that he comes and saves you. I want lightning to come down and crash upon my fucking head.
Jesus.
Louder!
Bless the bunnies. Bless the little birds. Bless
I don't feel anything.
Bless the springtime morning.
Oh, I feel it. Oh, great God Almighty, I repent. Oh, I feel the love of the God Almighty. Oh, the Holy Spirit is in my body. I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
Have you seen what it's like out there, Murray? Do you ever actually leave the studio? Everybody just yells and screams at each other. Nobody's civil anymore. Nobody thinks what it's like to be the other guy. You think men like Thomas Wayne ever think what it's like to be someone like me? To be somebody but themselves? They don't. They think that we'll just sit there and take it like good little
Down in a river of whiskey, suffocate in a room so misty. If I jump this bridge, I wonder if these people would miss me. I have been screaming for years, yet nobody in here is listening. I have been fighting with these demons. I need some sort of christening to rid me of this destructive, fucked up and repulsive living. I've just been stuck up in the slums of my vicious, compulsive thinking. Something's missing. I've been pushing and punching up on my limits. I've been punished enough. Please can I get a bit of forgiveness? Just a one touch of love like we had when we were little children. But that culture was crushed, as was the plan from the beginning. Where is this so-called burning bush that I can cleanse all my sins with? Rinse all this dirt and this muck onto the outlook that I have to live with. All these rhymes and these lyrics can help me vibe with my spirit. But there's a voice in my head and only timelines can hear it. Between the lies and the fear, I spy private eyes that are jeering. My violent sneers connive with spears in the silence amongst my peers, and I can't steer it from the beer, so I dock at the rocks nearest. No clearance or perseverance to stop the interference. My heart no longer beats, but I know none of you can hear it. I just need something real, I can't stand these fake voices.
Got my head in the clouds, yeah, and I'm heading for doubt, yeah. Start beheading him now. All this blood is like I'm sweating it out, yeah.
Whether I'm pissed or I'm sober, always get a glimpse that it's over. Despite global warming, I can feel my insides get colder. Every time I'm mad, I feel the road. Feels like my coffins lower. All the self-abuse has ruined me. Feels like I'm dragging boulders, blazing weed in the sun, so I can keep masking the slaughter. Soon to be ceased by a quench of water. When I throw myself over, and what a wicked thing to say you never felt this way. And while my wrist sits with a blade, I see you move to a new place. And this has always been the case. Why do you spit in my face? You tell me not to be bitter and put forgiveness in place. And every time that I change, I find myself in the same race. Battle for respect and affection, there's no change in the pace. And every relationship I'm in ends with the sickest of taste. I am a rigid, conflicted, malignant product of mistakes. The sin runs deeper than plates without a means to escape. You see no tears on my face, I just got demons by the crate. I speak of leaving this place, knowing I will suffer the same fate. Don't think I won't reap, and some of you I will take. I know you won't weep, so with these flames I will make sure you remember attention and the ground that I break.
Got my head in the clouds, All this blood is like I'm sweating it out. Yeah.
When I swallowed those constant, the demons that followed were constant. That Cyricule had my spirit killed. I was content with ending my conscience. My own blood, I just wanted to spill it all. Back then 2 days was a strong attempt. 80 left me constricted from respiridol. I hate me, mind's twisted. I was just wishing the pill would make me fall into a deep sleep and I'd never awake. I used to cut my face and say I was in a fight each week, but that was never the case. I drowned in tears and blood. I downed my fears in beers and drugs. I found I just wanted to disappear like love. Got a lot of pain deep in my heart. I see the light, I'm trying to reach from the dark, but I've been feeling defeat from the start. Incomplete, discreet, but I speak with the art. I see myself as hopeless, back to cutting myself, but no one noticed. My friends don't know how the press crocus. I feel out of focus. I find myself crying to stars as night approaches. My actions don't justify my thoughts. I'm praying to Catherine, it sucks, but I am lost.
Got my head in the clouds, yeah, and I'm heading for doubt, yeah. Start beheading him now. All this blood is like I'm sweating it out, yeah.
I'm not Kathleen, I'm Grant.
I can see you. You're awful grumpy.
I'm not Kathleen, it's just Mary Bridget shouldn't have said them things, Kathleen.
Michael, you shouldn't have gone into depth explaining to Christopher how great Aunt Noreen died.
Well, sure, what else was I meant to do, Kathleen? I was at a funeral and he asked me where she gone. Oh, Grandad, where is great Aunt Noreen? I said she's dead, Christopher. She's down in the earth and the worms are going to eat her. Will she go to him? She will not, Christopher. She an old cunt. She's in with Beelzebub himself, or down on the right-hand side of Satan she is, Kathleen.
Michael, you can't be saying things like that to an infant.
Sure, that's nothing, Kathleen. The last day when I showed him pictures of dead kids in Syria. Sure, he'll end up being a homo queer otherwise, Kathleen, a soft child.
I wonder our kids grown up to be disappointed.
Well, sure, they'll have to toughen up, Kathleen.
If you look at the great megalithic complexes in Ireland, you'll see that what are described as passage graves are really bomb shelters.
I'm a force like an atom split in the ocean. I have remorse for actions that cause me to feel different emotions. I might be broken. I started microdosing on psycho potions, or so they say to discredit it. Spent a bit of my life loading, was stuck in a cycle that was repetitive. I was loading this rifle, holding back from making it a permanent sedative. Had a problem with drugs but never turned to Frank. And some of my worst years were in school, but I never knew that that was just an internment camp. Used to skip days to climb trees, but now I burned a branch. I guess you could say back then I had to earn the ranks. Humility I learned from plants. Tranquility had me in a trance as I danced with the rain. It washed away all this angst, all this pain. So I sit and write and resurrect memories for a second. I've come to terms that my words are a direct energy weapon.
They tried at every stage of history to influence for the good the way history was developed. Kings, princes, made prisoners of telepaths.
Searching the universe, trying to find your own piece of peace. If I could manage to stay off the haze, my energy might recover like the harp will. A a dark skill, need to charge it instead of being lethargic. In a laze, in a stupor for days, lighten the heart, fire darts, Cupid with rays. Lucid on J's but can't communicate, feel the niggas time to get through. I'm blue from this phase, need to rewire, re-choose what me noodle does say. Fasting seems to be the most indisputable way. Will the will and write it, exuded from the cuticles to the page. If the mood wasn't great and the matter is, they sell it as a beautiful way, but the technology's attacking kids, changing the brain. I train as a human, I'm fuming, I'm moving against the grain. They program us with movies that's inhumane as a drone strike. I'm in the Stone Age, cycling through high seas, avoiding being a clone type. Just a bit of rain on my old bike. God grant a bit of kindling for anyone alone on a cold night. Incarnated again to carry on with our old fight.
These shelters from aerial bombardment are very common, and they're well known. But what are not so well known, well, they are to archaeologists, but everywhere in the country you get souterrains, which are underground stone chambers, because the Romans believed that if they captured the idols, they had the gods, and the people made no more resistance to them.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone.
Come sit around the fire, let me tell you a tale about how daddy was a bandit and how that prevailed. The land descended into madness on a path that seemed paved. A man painted with such blackness when he went to free slaves. So many beautiful people that were abused by the evil changed the thought of a sequel and never fought to be equal. Not just the water you drink, but also the air that you breathe. You produce straight to the king in exchange for alcohol that heals you. Fed over the head with these lessons and so-called education. Kids as young as 8 sedated, bent from the mental penetration. Let the children laugh and play before you suffer decapitation. Cut like butter, mothers and sons slumped into evaporation. You come to fuck with us, so you be stacking up your patience. Had enough of no love, and we don't partake in the stasis. Uncomplacent with hating the human race. We've been invaded with sadists, rapists, racists and rates. It's some mistake. This isn't heaven on earth, the world is fake and they've been repping with weapons since birth. Reptilian, flesh-eating, asexual, is that absurd? Consensually penetrated, hanging to their every word. Intellectually devastated till your memories are a blur. I ventured on a quest to figure what had occurred. A senseless devilish presence since we could only utter slurs. A wretched tempting blessing since we rubbed six together and burned. Yeah, hell was on this level as the burden turned. As every emperor came and went, dated up and then birthed. Genghis Khan ran this map from China down to Kazakhstan. He massacred, he bastardized, he made sure he left a damaged land. He ravaged and ran like the Middle East to be savaged by sand. Cut off their water supply and moved on with his plan. Ultimately fell from a horse and died in Yinshan. Greedy minds repeated and continued to span. Have many people sleepless while they freeze from the draft. An evil conceited bleeding, meaning like the gift of the land.
Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel
I bet them fucked up frequencies deafen you. Alter your thought patterns when the psychological weapon's used, causing mass persuasion. And when I look at the media, the site's confusing. Stories they sell ignite delusion, always giving us turbulence but tell us the flight's improving. Saying our enemies with these people despite the fusion. I'm from the skies so they try stop my shine by blocking me out like light pollution. I stay alone like the moon and wander like the stars when they're brightly shooting. Sometimes my demons come when I'm dreaming like night intrusion. They say reconnaissance is common sense to fight collusion.
but I'm no expert. I'm always looking for the next word. Let's talk about having sense. We are inhabitants of a wrecked world. Bombs drop on the innocents. A savage sent to affect earth, while lavish, overly grabbish men recommend work. We all go one way, we know the end's dirt. So I put on my shield and start running with new hope. I'm a Culchie buckle gone through the field like a two-stroke. The world is an asylum. Everybody's worried about styling, but is silent while there's ongoing violence. I try to create moving poems, but inside my head is an exclusion zone. So I like to search for age-old mysteries, debunk some of the plain old trickeries. I like to hurt in order to save souls' misery. I ventured into the abyss in order to elevate higher. Went too deep, nearly lost my breath like a devastated diver. Crashed and realised late that I was the designated driver. I chanted around the campfire one night and became Dan Breen. I feel it in my cree for what this land's seen. I hear the clan scream, but am I just an apparition in Sand's dream? I think I'm just an apparition in Sand's dream. Pain ain't new to me. I wear these scars like jewellery. I use my soul to see these jewels for free. The third one watches the foolery. No school and tea, rules and fees, and fools will freeze under cruel disease. Cool as the breeze from military aircraft. A group of men twisted like hair plaits. Their skill it varies, fucking countries bareback.
More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish.
When I was a young man, I had liberty, but I did not see it. I had time, but I did not know it. And I had love, but I did not feel it. Many decades would pass before I understood the meaning of all three. And now, in the twilight of my life, this understanding has passed into contentment. Love, liberty, and time, once so disposable, are the fuels that drive me forward. And love, most especially, mio caro. For you, our children, our brothers and sisters, and for the vast and wonderful world that gave us life and keeps us guessing. Endless affection, mia Sofia. Forever yours, Ezio Auditore.
seen the darkness through day and the limelight at night. Keep the hardship at bay, cause this life's a fight. No point parking in my way, cause there's vipers and drive. These joints chart my days while the liquid is time. And I've tarred my lungs just to pave the way to smile. And I've pared my drugs just to go the extra mile. And I've marked my ones like the apples of my eye. And I've starred in runs that will never leave my mind. Bars and stuff, Bucky Lassick on the grind. Married with cuss, my buddy Ethan and the mic. And his attention to the fags flexing. When I catch you at a gig, you'll be mad stressing. Keep chatting all that shit while I'm fast pressing. Don't wear the mask out of fear, I'm just a bad message. Known to slap queers and give them all their last lessons of their waxed up rear. So here's a blast from the peasants. I'll remain right here from the past to the present. Flood the plains of my tears with my words forever guessing. I would burn my ears and take a bullet to the chest. For the few good things in this world that I have left. For the music and my friends in the bed in which I slept. For the woman in my life while she's getting me undressed. I'm not blessed, just invested in myself instead of someone else who's detrimental to my health. Instrumental at best, I'm just an idiot in your belt. You flow like a whirlpool with the ripples I have felt. Believe I know what girls do, they're more than nipples, ass and sex. And giving you the world ain't worth the massive steps. But planet Earth ain't nothing but a classic sket. And my damn words ain't fuck all but a pass of dread. Take him to the grave, take it directly to your head. Say fake it till you're made, treat all these people like your pets. Trade them all like Pokemon, got your spits to soak them all. Roll your folks in thick spliffs, spark blaze and smoke it all. Swallow those pills, don't joke. I know you got the balls, follow that bitch off a cliff. Yeah, it's me who takes the fall. Call out for my fix, I'm just here to break your walls. Polish my dick, kill my mistakes and all. You can pray to God, I'm not a slave to slot. Whether I'm paid or not, I'll play the game and talk. Rock stage after stage in the state, in the States. Mock fame, stop change what's real and what's fake. Hot meals, long days, soft babes, high heels, that's made. All mates, top faith, we're great. I'm great, you're not phased by shots. You're tame to a job, I'm game to be stuck. Your brain is on rob, you drop stains and cock mots. Bottle to the top so you can block those thoughts. I'm sorry, Dr. Nobbit, you won't catch this fox. Till you're chopped up in the coffin, we will see who's boss.
Kick and flow, a funeral party. I came for the cup in this game, not Lee McCarthy. My journey is the toughest terrain, my dreams got killed there. Honestly, this could be a year, bitch, I'm Johnny B. Reason we're poor is partly economy. Might look dumb, but you won't be conning me. Put down commonly, but we rise like the phoenix. I made the devil squeamish, like Biggie said, I got the meanest, cleanest wordplay. You thought I would've said what makes your girl ache. A buccal is truthful, we roll and moving in neutral. My tree of life is fruitful, won't be uprooted like your tooth pulled. Nights in a quest, nights in a conquest. My life I just confess, on mic it's a contest. Others just wrong step, the type that kept us in long cash. Brainwash the people, they respond yes. Telling you buccal I'm Dan Breen. Rob the wallets that get fed, rolling with sorrow sand scene. Preparing for ambush, call it solid head big. I'm here to expand dreams, while the evil swallows the dead. Bang, another invader down, Hollywood late. Independence Day, don't wallow in bed. We need to stand up now like the 21st. I know we've seen plenty horses, somehow they think centuries work. Like the history will wash away, but it's pain like an empty port. Yeah, sometimes I don't know what to say, but I came back recharged, took light from these stars. Ocean's mind coaching time, free bars. Same chap, be scared, but I write like 3 bars. Step into my bubble, Dan Breen's yard. World in my pan, won't fool me. Trying to be a poet like Cam the Ghoulies. Cowl schemes, a younger Nowl fiend. Sam's fuel me, God in me lungs, big buccal coolie. One for the Culchies, rolling with Sean Tracy. Came for identity crisis, lifeless pawns that rule you. I intentionally bring bright wit that will cut the tendon in your right wrist. Got the right gifts, mind bending, carrying the weight like a mule bee. Got a fair strange ego, ever since God took away me wings like airplane repo. Right now I'm queer tame, but wind me up and let me go. I'll be poking this litter, you can think I'm a fucking quitter. I got goals trio, old school like the punch sign. Blunt mind, never know what you're gonna get. Pre-road, floating but the sea rolls. Blessed, Nino, never be a dreamboat. But they say I'm radiant, good for you like chemo. I'm toxic, drop you like your top lip. You like spitting bars about how you box quick. Waving a knife with your gang, clock this. You're pure English, what's it? Get out, you little snatcher. I'll hit you and blow so cold you think you're Brad and the schnack that. And I'm thinking, how the fuck do I murder my dreams? I'm thinking, how the fuck do I murder my dreams?
I live my life in plastic bags, or spatula in plastic band. Had shit in my hands that had slammed me in the can. It's just half the master plan. See some matches from this land and drastically for the speed. Just put some batter in my pan. All the laughter from my fans gonna distract me from the drab life I'm living that I was given. Yet I choose to take the slag, break another slab, break the musky bag, putting rumbles in my tummy down, make my money dance. I've been to the summit, believe that I've done it. Try to make it last, now I'm back to stealing rubbish. Feel nothing but your touch is my love, not being punished enough. In the dumps that I rummage, but I never heard you laugh, only ever heard your cries. Never hugged you tight, never seen you smile. That's the price that I pay for the time I spent while I don't even have a say in my infant's life. What's right? What's wrong? Do I even have the right to write this song? I withhold a new hope like a silent bond. And maybe when you're old, you'll meet your Obi-Wan. I failed mine for some cozy thoughts, roped in with cash and some smoke in the fog. Home in the bog, I chose to live wrong. Folks spoke of the ghost composers don't fall. Roaming lonely alone with a slope to the top. Loathed in my soul cause I stuck to Emperor rocks. Lost in the zone, the bones of flesh rot. This hold me on the bowl, it's just a death wash. Washed in sex and mess in this mess that I get. I think I've lost in the text, so I'm lost in the dead top. Boss by a clench in the center of my chest spot. To be the best on the fence, kill devils and wreck gods.
We're on the grave shift, trapped in this matrix. We need to escape sober and free to hope too. It's attention and trust, about to take over like 3 did O2. They say patience is a virtue. Some people use desperation just to hurt you. Numb, evil, fuse the devastation and such to curse you. Dumb, feeble, prove your dedication, but always judge you on the first view. Young, regal, but lose your education and you're the worst too. Fun is illegal, but it amuses the head through the dead true nation. So the Torse grew. I wanna say I said too much, but with a little dread and hesitation the verse brewed. And I went to the church to pray, first pew. I said your name and I cursed you. Fuck the people who came into my life and took in pieces. Right now your expression is a fucking looking speechless, like you watched an episode of America's Book of Secrets. Fuck the people who shook my heart. It don't work no more, keep it. They think our dreams are too far, but I'll reach it. Hear the wheels screech, kid. And fuck the people who misled me in the past. Now this melody will last. All those who misread me, I'm Ledley. King, you're gassed. Flows wavy like deadliest catch. And let's be real, my tears are like tidal waves. I whisper at Michael's grave. Why behave? I've crossed the end. Wipe my eyes, but I've lost a friend. I cried, let's not pretend. You died and my heart forgot to mend. You always told me be eloquent and sleek. Stand out like a pink elephant and preach. They point us out as irrelevant. Cheek, I be telling them words are like body shots. Sides mangled, everybody bop, Dobby's back.
In case you've forgotten, here's how things work. I order the food, you cook the food, then the customer gets the food. We do that for 40 years and then we die.
Well, what about school?
I never went to school. And look at me!
I don't like to explain myself. Are you an angry man, Henry?
About what?
Are you envious? Do you get envious?
I don't think so, no.
I have a competition in me. I want no one else to succeed. I hate most people.
Trying to put this into words is hard enough. I feel my power is finally charging up. Do I deserve this? It's got me questioning my worth. But I'll defend for my friends like Beckenbauer. My heart's on the mend, but my confidence won't come off. I need a second shower. You told me follow my dreams and don't be a fucking coward. Use this pain to fuel your brain, you'll soon rule the game. Don't be fooled by fame, don't look for who's to blame. It's trust, don't confuse the name. Use your words as tools for change. And I can't stop thinking, I need to go drinking, thinking I need to float instead of sinking, but I'm flowing like Malaysian searches. You can hear the pain that's in Jason's verses. My mind's exploding, tell me why I shouldn't be hanging from a rope like a line of clothing. The page is who I chat to, living with my own doubt, but the pain is what attracts you. Cause I sat at your grave tonight and drank a can with you, tried to formulate the plan with you, told you it's not the same, who's in bad form, wondering what can you do. Asked you to tell me I can stand the truth. I broke down saying I'm near the end of the road, saying soon I'll be in the land with you. You could sense I was cold, wanting to ignite my fears. Then the wind blew, almost like you wiped my tears. Told you I wanted to be happy, then the night got fierce.
The only way I remember my age is cause your thoughts remain the same. The only thing keeping me alive is the fact fact that I'm insane. It's been so long since I died. Since then I've been raising flames, praising the devil inside me, aiming my sights like this is a game. Facing a level so frightening, just paved the way for dark days, being packed up at these lights. Cause my pain's too much weight, and I misread the fucking contract. Cause karma's still on my case, and you can stuff your shun in contact. I know I'm the one to blame. It's never enough to just wrong you. I always have to state my claim that you should never have crossed me, and then I'll rape you with shame, break into millions of pieces, forever thrown in the shade. We still believe that we're decent, that's why we drink up and blaze and think up some meaning, so we can fake that we're made. I only care that you're bleeding, cause it wasn't my blade. I swear I'm not evil, I'm just immeasurably depraved. The fine line is lethal, and so I retreat to my cave, constantly repeating the instances, trying to seek out the difference. Me thinking you are just miserable is the peak of forgiveness, between infinite ill discipline, killed in kills and sick visits, and the vindictive malignance from another bitch mistress. And yeah, I offered this girl the world like kids in the home, but she'd rather stay cold with her Stockholm syndrome and carry the same load along the ways of this road. I'm not to blame for the holes engraved into your soul. It must be great to be special for the world to feed and dress you, to be so spoiled with attention that my love just distressed you. Am I a toy or a method for you to use when you're stressing? You know nothing about abuse despite these physical lessons, and somehow you're not moved by the fact that I think you're a blessing. You even swooned and gave your hand, but truth is you were just messing. You've given head to 6 deadly sins, and you think that I'm 7. You should have sex with the devil to get yourself into heaven.
Cause we both knew I was the cause of the sadness. Told you my life's in a madness. How I only do electrician work to not let down me dad's stress. How I push away everyone that has me pad blissed. How I wanted that last breath. How I wanted me past swept clean. How it eats me away, a depressed fiend. How I push my nanny away, knowing she's getting older each day. I cry rivers, forget streams. I swear it gets me down, it hits me. I got that cunt crown, it fits me. Got that cunt crown, it fits me. Got that cunt crown, it fits me. Got that cunt crown, it fits me.
The times when I look at people and I see nothing but light. I want to earn enough money I can get away from everyone.
What will you do about your boy? Where's his mother?
I don't want to talk about those things. I see the worst in people, Henry. I don't need to look past seeing them to get all I need. I built up my hatreds over the years, little by little.
I sometimes long for the fields, in the swamps and the trees, the years that have gone in the breeze before I was brought to my knees, that I have kept for some ease. When I am lost in the seas, I have been swept, swam, people can't be washed to be clean. But a path had been set, a lone hood for me to meet. Don't ask what he said, it's not my poem to repeat. All the hope in the galaxy is no realer than the peace. I could not withhold the tragedy that there was no release. And I washed all my majesty, was now marked with some wreaths. The shock eternally damaged me and it harbored a beast. I felt the burns of the savagery started to rot all my teeth. It's just the curse of humanity and I was caught in between. Sure was confused as an infant, but I was lost as a teen. So I recluse to a distance that keeps God off the scene. The truth was killed in mere minutes at the fall of the queen. Avenging your death is my business and it's a promise I mean. My sick dependence on the message before I cough up and leave, that's been embedded in my head since you could no longer breathe. Then the dark times began and I could not have foreseen scars and armor that's been ran through man and machine. A battle hardened little boy who's no longer stuck in the dream. I've got good seats in the soil but I can't touch them it seems. I know my means can't be boiled at minus 20 degrees. I feel a fire ignite, must be a spark in my genes. Time to step into the light and my destiny I will seize. Despite a sunrise oh so bright and a future that I can breed. Emerald gemstones feel the power of my sword and my shield. And when comes the finest devours I will not cower or flee.
Inside the mind there's insane stuff. This is personality number 2, I have Jason chained up. It's time for a buzz, so I crushed the MD till it became dust and went up and down the line like a train does. What a rush, I fucking hate him. We're bound by pain in the same cuffs. And ever since that bitch fucked with his brain, she changed us. He's always on that pussy shit like she had a name as beautiful as the sunrise. Shut the fuck up. An untrained pup whimpered like he was gun shy. Talk about spiral, sometimes I wonder how the tires held. That was me putting them through entire hell. Naggins of whiskey, pain I was dragging them with me. Just an uninspired shell.
In comes jealousy, dark skin pelling me, sunk to meddling, half for felonies, drugs on peddling, scar from memory, fucked up everything, dared to mess me, tough love destiny, scared to pleasure me, non-stop enemies, constant measuring, laws are dead to me, problems festering, palms are trembling with songs I'm severing, thoughts unnatural, unilateral, my worst actions are not admirable, thirst and passion, talented animal, dirt in the masses, abstract cannibal. Good in this world, he's not tangible, lost in the square world, lust is flammable, pause for the curse with the pushes, tactical, slaughter in the herds, gotta rush that capital, spawn for the purrs, serve what's tactical, guard from the earth, is transactional, block from birth to the rate of tyrannical, I had to kill my mother just too irrational, the rage and slumber, incomparable, I'm a name, not a number now, serve your parable.
Fuck every last fucking one of you. Fucking die.
Whatever changes you have to make, and you just do it. You gotta think about your life. Being a man isn't easy. The hunt is on. And you're the prey. All I'm saying is, survive. All right?
Please tell me why the child's groping a knife, holding that white and throwing his life away, playing that game at night, get blazed, get pissed underneath the street lights, and his face is mesmerized, and this place is jeopardized, and this race is fed with lies, keep pace with the human pesticide, invest in them gems and watch them slide, don't worry about the wretch, you got some time, you're working with the best possible from the drug crimes, where dirt from the earth could tell by the sunk eyes. Thug life, live it up in prison, it's just time, I buy from my victims, ignorance is bliss and I got these kids lifting, box with the box, my checks here are written, chicken knock the call me while I'm smitten, gave you all jobs so that's me forgiven, when you were a lost boy, come on just admit it, I put money in your pocket so drop the biscuit, O'Connor put the Glock down and stop the distance, this your turn to God and not worth the risking, you got a future, well I got the districts, you gotta choose here before I rob the misfit, you know a petty notch won't stop the sickness, you're forgetting you're a dog who can't drop the business, you know a 9 to 5 is not a picnic, and I know your temper man that's a bitch fit, you're filled with that vengeance, now that's your wristlet. You live the dead end, now that's your christen. You think in your head that you are different. I've seen you off your meds, now time is ticking.
There's some lessons to be learned now. And why stopping them running in your man's house, cause you're mad mouth. Hey, hey. You better count your blessings cause they burn out. And keep being loud and you get turned down.
You're getting sloppy kid, and that's the dodgy thing. Honestly, you're no longer the monolith. Bong in the negative, got you lost in the positive. Locked up the set up shopping your cognitive. Rotting your noggin, stopping your thoughts. Is life at the bottom what you literally fought? Lyrically bossing it while you're flogging the moss. 30-40 grand, now you know it's the cost. Clean or dirty money, what's the distinction? And all spend the same till we hit the extinction. And I've rinsed it, and I've mixed it, and I've pinched it, and I've flipped it, and I've risen, and I've dissed him. I was making this while you were saying you clipped him. Blades to the fist, fake fame is the mission. Mason little kids on shit in the pissing. You're living in a dream, written in with fantasy. Splitting at the seams, so you know you're not managing. Gave into your greediness, and now you're fuck panicking. You try to be a CD bitch, and you're stuck with the packaging. Another pin in the plug, or just binges and drugs. Sleeping on your mother's couch while you be spending the raw. Fishing page, you're a baby, you independent pecan. Saved you from jail, cause they be shredding you up. Daily pain from a blade before they dress you in blood. Shame you played that game, learn a lesson you're bored. You're a slave for the pain of gun and moving up. Bang that crate, stop mumbling tough. You see your hands in hate, and you stumbled enough. It's a repeat sad case, clack and he's dumb. And your mum can't fix it, don't you have any love, cause they won't miss and you won't spend it above.
There's some lessons to be learned now. And why stopping them running in your man's house, cause you're mad mouth. Hey, hey. You better count your blessings cause they burn out. And keep being loud and you get turned down. There's some lessons to be learned now. And why stopping them running in your man's house, cause you're mad mouth. Hey, hey. You better count your blessings cause they burn out. And keep being loud and you get turned down.
just like my hoes, you know. I keep them broke. Wake up one morning with some money that's subject to go crazy, you know. I keep them looking good, pretty and all that, you know, but no dough. When I get a bitch, I got a bitch. Right on. Remember that Mac the Bear? Yeah. Try to steal one of my bitches. Yeah, I called him up on telephone. I said, hey man, come on over to the pad and let's rap a taste on it, you know? So when he comes over, I told her to give him a little taste, cause you sure as shit wasn't getting none from me. See, that nigga wanted the honey. All we want is the money.
I've lived a bad life, sister. I had a son. He passed away. I had a girl who loved me. I threw that away. My mama died when I was a kid. And my daddy, well, I watched him die. That wasn't soon enough.
I rode into the scene on horseback. Don't tell me what I mean when you never read the Lord Jack. When I repeat myself, I never hold back. I got a whole mag for a bag of soul stacked. Crossing my path, blocking my road is a toll rack. I've seen your cold hand, you better fold that. And talking cheap trash is just an old fad. Hung on the meat gaff is beef and gonads. And fiends will seek that, breathing in the tree sap, feeling like the queen in the middle of the beeswax. I've seen chaps walking tall, get their feet smashed. Not like a wasp, when they sting they die a weak dance. What was the cost? You were king inside your dreamland. Frothing at the mouth, you're not a boss, you're a retard. Cock and ball chopped off to a stump that I leave scarred. Pocket full of bombs, cause as a teen I was a wee tar. Jogging from the lockers like had a box filled with green jars. Nodding up to God, I got nothing, I only see stars. There's no stopping the plotting, my enemies they only seem hard. I will crop you and rob you, corrupt you into some mean art. Construct you into a model so my coolest students can call you. Convince you like molecules that I never caught you and got you. Abusing you through music, would you rather I shot you? Cause everyone knows what the truth is, so that's free reign to mock you. It's all schoolyard politics, all about whose hearts and who's our obelisk. Who's got two guys who's been racked with the onyx skin? Who's the cruiser, cruising with prerogatives, fooling with the stars and abusing all the clown kids, hoofing up the bars and has proof that he's the chronic kid, spoofing all the guys and has juice on every snobby bitch. His music is the pan, you'll all be goosed if you copy him. It's all schoolyard politics, all about whose hearts and who's our obelisk. Who's got two guys who's been marked with the onyx skin? Who's the cruiser, cruising with prerogatives, fooling with the stars and abusing all the common kids, hoofing out the bars as proof that he's the chronic kid, spoofing all the guys and has juice on every snobby biz. His music is the pan, you'll all be goosed if you copy him.
Well, I'm close to the edge, just tie the ropes to my legs. I'm jumping on the way down, I'll chant quotes that will invoke ghosts of the dead. In a trance for folks, I'm focused like ferocious natural forces. I knows what's ahead. The truth are quick to hate it, just slightly incompetent. I'm letting the two-hooded and on enlighten me with confidence. Protection, ritual, strong defense. So breaking my armor is an unlikely accomplishment. The wonder of this land has me on nightly reconnaissance. I spoke to Lou, he promised strength. Why did he promise strength? Because the past, these past few months I've been reliving it more. Drunk driving a Corolla with the same hate these leaders are giving the poor. Every day I attend my own prison of remorse and fall faster than I've ever driven before. These words are encrypted, it's not scribbled for my friends and family I'm citizen for. I write to defeat my callous anger in a hope I can fix my incomplete crushed soul. With each dot gold my liver is sore, but it keeps me up, it's like a fucking crutch I hold. In condemnation, but I won't condemnation like Key Alexander, I've got the truth to uphold. I walk this ungodly land, escape from high Brazil. In my dreams I talk with Bobby Sands, and he says,
it's all schoolyard politics, all about who's had and who's had off the risk. Who's got two guys who's been wrapped with the onyx skin.
And then they're poor. At least that's how I see it.
With the stars and abusing all the common kids, hoofing up in bars as proof that he's the chronic kid, spoofing all the guys and has juice on every snobby bitch's music is the pan, you'll all be goosed if you copy him.
They can't represent no more. They've gone downhill.
More people too scared to go to jail. Like, they look at situations and they'd rather walk away. And I think that's wrong. Where you got the routine in jail and all that, you got a structure. Then when you get out, where it's so hectic, it is shit out here. In a way, I'd rather be back in there than out here.
Little Piccadilly, willy-nilly strings of misery. Pills that sent you silly, pissing millies, which is liberty. Bend and slipping, laundry, many bills could lead you injury. Figure out where you were living, does not take some wizardry. And whether you're leaving, well, I guess we'll disagree. Nothing realer than the industry, it's not a mystery. And the guard aren't the only ones who got artillery. And just like MC ran and got the bars in her delivery. Left like empty vessels, that's the sharpest part of bittersweet. Best that you be stressing and you take all the shit literally. Let this be a lesson to men seeking victory. Read up on your history, the seed is slippery. You don't need 9 millimeters, you just need ability to survive the fire blazing and the devil's chicory. Hire out a rental for that metal finger ring. And once you sever heads, you'll ascend to bigger things. You're already through the net and your blend is simmering. And now you got yourself a bands and your gems are shimmering. Messing around with tens cause they know you're interlinked. Dressing them like sex and you make the liver rich. The food is in the press, so where's my dinner bitch? You can move a bit of cess, don't worry my critter lives. My cruelty's intense, but you don't sin or sin. If drug abuse was at an end, then we'd be pissing in the wind. There's no truth with you friends, sipping on your last drink, smoking your last spliff, reminiscing on past things, laughing with the lads, sniffing on the fast shit, thinking you were gas as the lad in the mask who was plastic. Man, you are a lass, you may as well wear chapstick. Dog shit on the grass, scared to the point of madness. You rotten piece of trash, guess I'm the one who blasted. You're gonna pop in your hands, but I don't see myself get blasted. You're from a rock and a hard place, but you know nothing but a Glock and a scarred face. You're from a rock and a hard place, but you know nothing but a Glock and a scarred face. You're from a rock and a hard place, but you know nothing but a Glock and a scarred face. You're from a rock and a hard place, but you know nothing but a Glock and a scarred face.
Where's the song? Who the fuck you, man? Die, you bastard! Yeah, you. Fuck. Oh shit.
Did you get him? Did you get him, man? Did you get him?
Go on, fuck's sake, get over there. Come on, I'm through.
Man, you fucking leave me alone, man.
Fuck's sake, man. Come on. Yeah, he's fucking dead. Come on. Let's get the fuck out of here.
You are mad, man. What's wrong with you? Fucking hell.
Fuck the shades.
Look, if you not get this thing, yeah, something fucking wrong with you, dog. You dirty little blood clot, pussy clot, ras clot, fucking.